Hello everyone, and I'm back with another video. I would like to discuss what it means to actually be alone and not lonely. Okay, so alone, A-L-O-N-E, right? There are people that can be alone, but they're not lonely. So what alone means is that you are happy with yourself and you're happy with not having a mate or anyone to accompany you or to be a part of your life. Now, there's nothing wrong with being married or having, of course, a partner. But what I'm saying is that this goes for those that have issues with first of all, maybe accepting that it may be time for them to be alone, because if you've been in a number of relationships and they're not working, and I'm not saying that it's always going to be on the woman's end or the man's end, it could be either, but the point is, if there's like a trail of relationships that you've been in and they're not working, then maybe perhaps it's time for you to focus on you and to be alone. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being alone. Being alone comes with so many perks. The perks of, first of all, not having to answer to anyone but yourself. Yes, airplane in the background. The fact that you are able to go anywhere you want, be with who you want, and not have to worry about answering as to what time you're going to be back and who you're with and where you're going. Okay, all of that can be extremely stressful and overwhelming, but when you are alone, you don't have to worry about any of those things because you are by yourself and you don't have to answer to anyone but yourself. Okay, so a person that would be defined as being lonely, on the other hand, that's someone who just absolutely refuses to be without a partner. They just act like they can't live without a partner. They're not going to be happy without a partner. And so therefore, they get depressed and they just can't find ways to bring themselves any happiness. Well, always understand that true happiness comes from within and not from a friend or a man, or if it's a man listening to this, not from a woman. Okay, so when you are alone, you don't have to worry about that. You are happy being alone. You can go for a walk in the park. You can go for a hike up the mountain. You can go and smell flowers. I mean, you can just do all this by yourself. You don't have to have anybody with you. And here's another thing. When you are alone, you have time to think. That's when you have your moment of solace. You have time to think and to make maybe important decisions that you have been pondering over. I mean, when you are alone, the silence hits, and so you are just in this beautiful moment of just thinking and realizing so much about your life. But when you're with people, the main thing that you are most of the time going to reflect on and focus on is how are they feeling about your decisions. Are they going to accept it? Are they going to agree? But when you're alone, you don't have any of that to worry about because you are out to please self and self only. So I just want to send a message that ladies and men, there is nothing wrong with being alone at all. In due time, if you want to be with someone, it will happen. If it's not working out for you right now, don't worry about it. Deal with yourself and the rest will come. But be happy. Be happy for who you are. Because when you have a mate, they're to add to what's already there. So they are to add to your happiness and not make the complete circle of your happiness or become the only true source of your happiness. So always remember that There's nothing wrong with being alone, okay? And there's nothing wrong with being married or having a mate. It's just whichever you choose. I love being alone. I am actually addicted. I love going places and thinking and analyzing on things and coming up with the best decision that I can, because I know when I'm with someone, it's not going to work out. All right, so this is the Raw Reality with Ruby Red, uncut, ARK, a rose nose. See you next time. This was a short one. I am burning up and sweating, and I have my grandchildren to get back to. They're with their auntie at the playground. All right, talk to you later. Bye.